Hello everyone, welcome to Indian Judicial Service. This video is the 33rd part of top 1000 MCQ of constitutional video, and if you are not watched the previous video, all the link of previous videos are available in our description box. This video is especially belong to a legislative portion of the union as well as state, and those who need the PDF file of this video series, the PDF file will be uploaded in our Telegram group. Please go and join the Telegram group. The link of Telegram group is also available in our description box. And before starting this video, I request you please like and subscribe our channel. Now come to the point. Question number 551. In case of differences between two houses of parliament on an ordinary bill, the issue is resolved by. So in case of a difference between the two houses, means at a time where one house passes a bill or in support of bill and another house is not supporting that bill or not passing that bill, so there is a difference between the both houses. In matter of ordinary bill, the issue is resolved by, so option A, the president in consultation with the cabinet. Option B, the speaker of Lok Sabha and chairman of Rajya Sabha. Option C, the convening a joint sitting of the two houses. And option D, the Supreme Court. So in the case of a difference between the two houses of parliament on an ordinary bill, the issue is resolved by convening a joint sitting of the two houses. So clearly answer here option C. Question number 552. The speaker of Lok Sabha enjoy. So option A, right to vote only in case of tie. Yes, this statement is absolutely correct. Now statement number 2, the right to vote like other member of the house. So this is wrong statement. Now option C, no right to vote. It is also wrong. The speaker having a right at the time of the tie of the votes. So last one, the two votes, one is ordinary course and other in case of tie. So this is also wrong here. There is only one vote and the speaker deliver his vote at the time of case of tie. So clearly this statement is also wrong. So in this question, the speaker of Lok Sabha enjoy the right to vote only in case of tie. So this thing is here, and this provision means this matter is related to the provision of Article 100 clause 1 para number 2. So para 2 is related to this thing here. So clearly answer here option A. Now question number 553. Who summoned the meeting of the parliament? So clearly the president summoned the meeting of parliament. So answer is here option C. Now question number 554. The deputy chairman of Rajya Sabha hold office until. Option A, he ceases to be a member of the Rajya Sabha. Option B, he resign his office. Option C, he is removed by resolution passed by the majority of Rajya Sabha. And option D, all of the above. So in this question, the deputy chairman of Rajya Sabha hold his office until he ceases to be a member of Rajya Sabha. So this statement is correct. Until he resign his office. So this is also correct. And last one, he is removed by resolution passed by majority of Rajya Sabha members. So all three statements are correct here. So clearly answer here option D. Now question number 555. The president nominates. So president nominate two Anglo-Indian members to the Lok Sabha. So it is clear here answer option A. So president nominates two Anglo-Indian member to the Lok Sabha at the time where there is no sufficient representation of Anglo-Indian in Lok Sabha. And this question is related to Article 331. The provision of this matter is provided in Article 331. Now question number 556. The Lok Sabha cannot express its no confidence in the Council of Ministers by rejecting the budget as money bill. Option B, dismiss the council of ministers by moving an adjournment motion. Option C, dismiss the council of ministers by the passing a vote of no confidence against any individual minister. And last one, dismiss the council of ministers by passing a vote of no confidence against them. So in this question the Lok Sabha cannot dismiss the council of ministers by moving an adjournment motion. So answer is here option B. Now question number 557. A member of the council of ministers, option A, must be a member of a parliament before appointment as minister. Option B, must become a member of parliament within 6 months of his appointment. So this is correct statement. So answer of this question is here option B, means a member of council of minister must become a member of parliament within 6 months of his appointment. So answer here option B. Now question number 558. During the recess of the parliament, the president can promulgate ordinance. Option A, with a prior approval of parliament. Option B, with the consent of the council of ministers. This is very important. And last one, with the prior approval of Supreme Court of India, and not last year, it is C. And last one, option D, on his own. So clearly, during the recess of parliament, the president can promulgate ordinance with the consent of the council of ministers. So answer is here option B. And the process of ordinance promulgated by the president is provided in Article 123. Question number 559. An ordinance of the governor, option A, has same force as the law made by state legislature until approval by the state legislature. So this is clear statement, this is correct statement here. Now option B, is more extensive than the law made by state legislature. It is absolutely wrong here. An ordinance of the governor having the same force as the law made by the state legislature. It does not having extensive force, so it is wrong here. Now option C, is much narrower than the law made by state legislature. This statement is also wrong here. It has the same force than the law made by the state legislature. And last one, none of them. So clearly answer here option A. And this question is related to Article 213. In 213, it provides the power of promulgate the ordinance by the governor. Now question number 560. The President of India can nominate. So President of India can nominate 12 members to Rajya Sabha. So clearly answer here option C. And this question belongs to Article 80, Clause 1, Subclause A, dealt with this thing here. So answer here option C, 12 members to Rajya Sabha. Now question number 561. Which of the following is a continuing body? Option A, Lok Sabha, so it is not continuing body. Option B, Legislative Assembly, it is also not continuing body. Third one here, Legislative Council, yes, the Legislative Council is a continuing body. So this is correct here. And last one, none of the above. So clearly Legislative Council as well as the Rajya Sabha, Council of State, is a continuing body in Indian Constitution. So clearly answer here option C. Question number 562. Which one of the following duty of Chief Minister in relation to the governor is not correct? Option A, he communicate to the governor all the decision of the Council of Minister. Yes, this statement is absolutely correct. It is the duty of a chief minister to communicate governor all the decision taken by the council of minister. So it is correct statement here. Now option B, he supply the governor which information on such matter relating to administration of the state as he may call for. Yes, this statement is also correct here. The duty of a chief minister to supply the governor the information on such matter relating to administration of the state. So it is correct here. Now option C, he assist the governor in making appointment to the state government. Yes, this statement is also correct. CM assist the governor in making appointment to the state government. So last one, he advises the governor to recommended the president that the government of the state cannot be, this is very important, cannot be carried on accordance with the provision of constitution. So this statement is absolutely wrong here, because the actual head of the state government is chief minister, and he never be advised the governor to recommend the president that the government of the state cannot be carried on in accordance with the provision of the constitution. So this statement is absolutely wrong here. So clearly answer here in this question not correct. So answer is here option D. Now question number 563. The Speaker of Lok Sabha has to address his letter of resignation to option A, Prime Minister, option B, Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha, option C, President of India, and option D, Vice President of India. So clearly the Speaker of Lok Sabha has to address his letter of resignation, this is very important, to the Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha. So answer is here option B. Question number 564. Give correct response regarding the procedure of passing of bill in Parliament. Option A bill pending in Parliament shall not lapse because of prorogation of two houses of Parliament. Yes, this statement is absolutely correct here, and according to section 107. Bill pending in Parliament shall not lapse because of the prorogation of two houses of Parliament. Now option B, a bill pending in Rajya Sabha and which has not been passed by Lok Sabha shall lapse on its dissolution. So this statement is absolutely wrong here. A bill pending in Rajya Sabha which has not been passed by Lok Sabha, shall not lapse on its dissolution. Now third statement here, a bill pending in Lok Sabha and pending in Rajya Sabha, so a bill pending in both houses shall not lapse. This statement is wrong here on the dissolution of Lok Sabha, because where a bill pending in both houses and the Lok Sabha is dissolved, and that time the bills shall lapse. So it is not lapse, so it is wrong here. Last one, a bill pending in Rajya Sabha which has been passed by Lok Sabha shall lapse on the adjournment of Lok Sabha. So this statement is also wrong. Shall not lapse on adjournment of Rajya Sabha. So clearly answer of this question is here option A. A bill pending in Parliament shall not lapse because of the prorogation of two houses of Parliament under Article 107. Now last question of this video, question number 565. The Rajya Sabha has exclusive jurisdiction in option A, approving a proclamation of emergency, option B, the creation and abolition of states, option C, election of the vice president, option D, the authorizing parliament to legislate on a subject in the state list. This is very important. So clearly answer here option D. Now it is a time for question of the day. The question of the day is, how many members nominated by the president in Rajya Sabha? Again I repeat the question, how many members nominated by the president in Rajya Sabha? please give the response and answer of the question in comment box, and please like and subscribe our channel, and also share these videos to your friends and relatives. Now give me permission to finish this video. Thank you for watching Indian Judicial Service.